Yo, welcome to my RFC 131 pool guide. I'm mostly making this for the people who keep asking how to do this and I don't have a good video to send them. So if you're one of those people, hi, hello. If you're not one of those people, welcome as well. Most important thing before you start this run, make sure your damp and magic gets refreshed. If you were AFKing in here for whatever reason or had to delay, if that's ticked down, you got to make sure this gets refreshed. The last thing you kill in the pool is casters, and it can take you around 10 minutes to do the pool. So if that falls off at the wrong time, you could be in trouble. All right, I'm gonna jump on into it. There's two ways to pull the trogs. I use the evade spot. If you happen to already know the other way and you're more comfortable pulling the trogs that way, feel free. It's not required you pull them this way. This is just the easy, lazy way. We will need to pull this pack of 3 trogs, but you don't want to pull them too early because the earlier you pull them, the more damage you take. So I'll pull them around right here. And we're gonna Nova everything. And we're gonna blink to here. We're gonna regen on top of this earth board just to make sure it aggroes. That guy doesn't like to aggro. And we're gonna living flame around when we get to the molten elemental. You don't want to use it too much after the elemental because that'll start to fuck up the timer for the next living flame. So you just want to use it by the time you get to them. And then around 10 seconds, you see that last bit of trogs right there? Right around 10 seconds on your beacon, you're going to notice that big last wave of trogs coming in. I like to Nova them and then blink away. Not required, you could just blink away, but I've just found that Novaing them helps clump better. Same thing with the trogs, you need to pull both of those molten elementals out there, but the sooner you pull them, the more damage you take, so pull them late. And if for whatever reason you're low health or not feeling good on the pool, you can pop a health potion right here, pop one of these guys. They help stabilize your run. Or if you're looking kind of like me right now and your mana is really good, but your health's a little low, I'm gonna go ahead and just pop a mana barrier. If you can't get those guys that I just ice lanced in your first couple runs, don't sweat it. Just focus on moving through the run, and you can get those 3 later. You're gonna hug hard left here. You're hugging hard left so that your flame doesn't accidentally go over the ragman. Even still, 1 in 10 or 20 runs, you're just gonna accidentally pull the ragman. All right. We're just gonna keep moving. You're just blinking, ice lancing. We're gonna use Nova here because there's a couple of them on us. There we go. And you generally want to decurse faster than I did there, but if you're in the middle of ice lancing, blinking, and pulling, you can let it take a little bit, but generally speaking, try and get those curses off of you as quick as possible. We're basically just using Blink and Living Flame on cooldown at this point. There we go. We're gonna pull these. You need to pull this pack right there that we just walked by. Normally at body pulls. And you need to pull these, but if you just walk over to this guy and pull, like, these will all come. You don't want to run through the middle of them, otherwise you're gonna take a bunch of damage. Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna jump right there. We're a little bit ahead, so we're gonna delay this for like 2 seconds. There we go, perfect. That way we get a good split of the mobs. And you generally want to blink across that bridge area that I did right there. We're gonna just run off right here. Gonna blink as soon as we can. And we're looking for a high health mob. We're looking, there we go, that's a good, well, let's see if we get something closer. There we go. Anything over 50% health is gonna be fine, but the higher the health, the better. And then you're just gonna tuck into this corner right here. And we're gonna wait. If your living flame mob starts walking too far to the right, you need to get out immediately. If he walks back like that, you're fine. You're just gonna blink, jump, and Nova when you're ready to get out. I kind of waited there a little while because I knew I was safe, but if you need to do it sooner than I did, that's fine. Blink gives you 1 second of stun immunity. If you notice when you watch at the top of the screen, when you use Blink, you actually get a buff. While that buff is active, you cannot be stunned. If you're just learning the pull, you might want to pop a FAP on that first kill phase just to really secure it, and then just focus on your living flame mob. And at this point, it is the same thing. We're going to drop down the same location, and we're going to look for a high health mob. Yeah, that's good enough. Same rigmarole. We're gonna try and let all these mobs get in here. Blink. No. I happen to have a little bit of extra health there, or extra mana, so I went ahead and just Arcane Explosion. And rinse repeat. If you are running low on mana for whatever reason, you want to hug close like I'm doing here, you will get hit by more spells. Keep removing those those curses. There we go. You can use cultists, enforcers, or trogs, or molten elementals. You just cannot use the warlocks or the shamans. Warlocks and shamans are a no-go. Alright, we got good living flame. It's moved back and forth a couple times. We're just gonna stay in this one. There we go. We stayed in there a little bit greedy, but I wanted to get that extra damage in there. If you're new to the run, never greed. Just once you get like 50 to 80% of the mobs inside that LOS, just go ahead and blink Nova, get out of there. Once you've learned it a little bit, you get a little more comfortable, you can get a little more greedy. And one way to kind of judge where you are in the run, just keep an eye on your dampen magic, which you should be doing anyways. I know it's been around 7 minutes, and it takes anywhere from 7 to 10 minutes to kill this. So we're looking pretty good to just close out the kill phase here. We're gonna see if we can find a good high health mob. That's good, right there. Booyah. High health Trog is looking good. We're gonna jump in here and we're gonna heal up. You need as much health as possible. There we go. You're waiting for a couple of them to get to you. You're gonna run here. Once the living flame's gotten all the way there, you're gonna run all the way back. You're gonna start arcane explosioning. It's okay if it stuns you, you've got living flame up. Go ahead and Nova, refresh your region, and finish it off. Now keep in mind, if you have lower gear or you're newer to the run, maybe you shouldn't step into the last kill phase at 8 minutes. So let it tick down, let it go for one more run and go for your final kill phase when there's 1 minute left. Or maybe you're going slow, you can always refresh your dampen magic. But just keep in mind that if your dampen magic goes down, you do need to put it back up. And never force the last kill phase, because you're generally going to be ahead of schedule anyways for lockout or right on it. Even if you're a slow runner, you're going to be almost ahead of schedule. So I recommend letting your carries come loot everything. That helps buy you some extra time so that you don't hit lockout. Other than that, if you are lower geared, I do highly recommend something I just found out recently, which I was doing when I was doing this in lower gear. You want to bring elixirs of firepower. This actually increases the healing or the damage done by your living flame, which increases the healing. And I found that I was having more stable runs when my plus damage got to a certain point, not my stamina and health or int. So anything over like 800 health and like 1900 mana, you're fine. I ran it in that. I would highly recommend, if you're in greens like that, highly recommend pick one of these up. Also recommend just having a bunch of these healing potions on hand. There's tons of times throughout the runs that these can be helpful, and they're super cheap, especially if you're getting paid, you know what, 4 gold a run, it's 10 silver or something. You can spend it. Other than that, I would say if you're watching the run back, pay attention to some of those smaller jumps I do, jumping over particular ledges and stuff. Some of those help half evade, which just buys you some time and space. Other than that, I don't think I have any more. You should be charging 1 gold per run for these. Oh, and your carries should stand, in case you were wondering, right over here at the entrance to this hallway. They just stand right over here. We'll walk over there while we close it out. Yeah, like right here. Right here or right around the corner hugging this wall. Anywhere in this area is going to be completely fine. They're going to get all the experience for the run. You should charge 1 gold per run. And I can't think of anything else. I don't know if I mentioned it. If I didn't, if this is a reminder, bringing FAPs for that first kill phase can be really crucial. While you're learning, maybe grab a stack of 10, maybe 15. I think I used about 10 or 15 when I was learning it. And it helps out a lot. So awesome. I think that's all I've got. If you have any questions, drop it down in the comments, or if you know me in game, you know, just whisper me, send me a Discord message, whatever you've got. And yeah, good luck making that gold, boys. It's post-run edit sweaty. Good to see you there. I can hear a couple of you. Why don't you pull the Ragman? I'm going to show you exactly why I don't pull the Ragman in a clip here in a second. You can't technically kill him, and I've had it happen before and you can get away with it. But this clip coming up, this is what happens sometimes when you pull the Ragman, and it pisses me off, so I don't pull him. Right back into the corner. That is why I don't pull the Ragman. If you have any other questions, hit me up.